Have you ever wondered why sleep gets harder as we age? I'm going to give you a couple of pointers here and some things to think about so that you can work with your body as you age and not let this sleep disturbance become a big issue.
And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Gayla Gorman, a licensed acupuncturist, naturopath, and author of What's Your Kryptonite? On this channel, I'm here to help you reverse the effects of chronic stress so that you can cruise through midlife and beyond symptom-free, so that you can put an end to insomnia and the unwanted results like chronic fatigue, mood swings, and even weight gain.
So we are hardwired to sleep between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. Our circadian rhythms are basically established by the sunrise and the sunset. And this 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. window is the window that we really need to be sleeping. And in fact, the most important period of time there is the period of time between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. And so I have a lot of people that tell me that they just can't get to bed by 11 p.m. And maybe they feel like they're not tired. And so to that, I will say, have you cooled the environment? Have you used the blue blocker sunset lenses? Have you done the things that you need to do? Have you practiced ETR, early time restricted eating? All of those things will contribute to you being able to drift off to sleep by 11. If your schedule makes this really challenging, then I suggest that you really take a hard look at your schedule because really the most important period of time for your sleep is 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And that means you really need to be soundly to sleep by 11 p.m., which means you should probably be in bed by 10 or 10:30 at the latest, and using those sunset lenses to trigger the yawning, and before you know it, you'll have fallen asleep. And then we practice some of the other things so that we stay asleep. And then I recommend that if you wake up anytime after 5 a.m., you just go ahead and get up. We typically want you to get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. So as you can see, 11 to 5 is only 6 hours. So you probably are going to need a little more sleep than that. But if you wake up after 5 and try to force your body to go back to sleep, it's kind of just going to mess with your circadian rhythms. So I would suggest that you just go ahead and get up, and then that will make it easier to fall asleep. So if there are some things you're doing at night, these things may need to be moved to the morning. Waking up between 5 and 6, maybe that will give you a little more time in the morning to be able to get some of these things done that you've been doing at night. And, if one of those things is watching TV, then that's probably going to have to go. It really is just a waste of time, but it's also robbing you of your precious sleep. So during this period from p.m. to 5 a.m., in Oriental medicine, I'm an acupuncturist and have a master's degree in Oriental medicine. And so during this period of time, there are three 2-hour windows. The first one is focused on the gallbladder. We use an acronym for the gallbladder, GB. The second 2-hour window of time from 1 to 3 focuses on the liver. And the third 2-hour period of time focuses on the lung, 3 to 5. So if you are waking up in the middle of the night regularly, once you have established that you can fall asleep and you're falling asleep when you're supposed to be falling asleep, meaning that you're asleep by 11, then if you're finding that you're waking up in the middle of the night, you'll typically find that you're waking up around the same time every night. And so if you're finding that you're waking up around the same time every night, it points to which organ is the one that is primarily being affected, and what kind of toxicity is creating a problem for you. And many women find that they wake up between 1 and 3, and this is a clear sign that your liver is trying to burn too much sugar that you consume during the day. And keep in mind that sugar is not just, actual sugar. It is anything that is a carb has pretty much turned to sugar. And honestly, even protein, if you're consuming too much protein, that will essentially be excess fuel. This is one of the reasons why we really want to stop eating earlier in the day, because it gives us more time to burn that off before we are trying to sleep. And we want our liver detoxing other things and burning fat. And so we don't want it still trying to burn the sugar in the middle of the night that we ate during the day. So really important to honor this 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. sleeping window, and also to make sure that you're preparing for sleep to make that happen. You should be easily falling asleep and staying asleep.
In my next video, I'd like to show you how to manage toxic stress that's sabotaging your efforts. You can eliminate the symptoms that seem to be piling up in midlife naturally without medication, crazy diets, intense exercise, or any other unsustainable lifestyle hack.